Guys, what is up? Lefty back here again, and thanks for checking out the video. So today we're going to be going over my chest rig setup, so let's get right into it. All right guys, so we're at the table, and forgive the IKEA table. It's just kind of an old holdover that's still hanging on there, and I had to clean it up real quick because my kid was like finger painting with like glue or something. So if you see any wet marks, that's the reason. So anyway, we're gonna get into the chest rig, and I'm gonna try a different little camera angle here, and I apologize in advance probably 20 times that I'm touching some gear and it's gonna bounce the table like crazy, so I apologize. So anyway, I wanted to actually do this video for quite some time now, and I've always wanted to preface this as like a possibility or a, just in case sort of thing, but it seems like with times nowadays, this may be more of a reality. So who knows, we'll see when we get there. So anyway, this is a chest rig that I've had for quite some time. It is kind of my duty chest rig, or whatever the fuck you want to do it. So it's not the one that it's the one that I dry fire practice in, but it's not the one that I wear out, essentially, is what I'm getting to. So a lot of my stuff, I do have kind of two things of it. One is kind of the duty thing, and then one is just kind of the training thing. Or if I'm not sure that I'm gonna like it, I'll just have one until I kind of figure it out. But anyway, those things are just details that you don't really need to know. So anyway, this is a Haley HSP chest rig. I forgot what they called this one in particular. It's the one with the 4 mags, and not the old school style with the stuff it kind of thing, but rather the 4 cells in the front and kind of these little 2 admin pouches on the side. This thing did come with a X harness. I don't know why I had to do that. This, I was actually outfitted with just kind of an H harness, and at the time, it was one of the cheaper ones that I could find that were relatively in stock, and this is actually a Spirited Systems, if you can see it there. So I like this. This works a lot better. I can't stand the X harness. Personally, for all the chest rig maker manufacturers and all that stuff, I would prefer if everybody just assumed they had extra straps, or they assumed it was going to go on a plate carrier if it is designed to do that, because a lot of them are coming with the X strap harness just to say that they have it. But yeah, I can't stand those, and I know some people really like them. I just can't get into them, man. They just don't fit my body, and always seems to kind of slope to one side, which is not it's not uncomfortable, but it's just kind of annoying is what it is. So anyway, so this is kind of the chest rig setup as it is right now. In the event of something that happens in the future, this and a rifle would be kind of tagging along with me, and that is sort of my idea of what I'm going to be setting this up for and how I have it set up for. Now, it may change slightly and vary a little bit, but basically this is sort of the through line. So what I have in here is pretty much as you see it. I got 4 mags in here. I think the whole idea of having kind of the micro chest rigs are kind of stupid. The 3 mag thing, at least for me, in my opinion, not great. So the cool thing is, I actually need to go grab some stuff, don't I? Fuck, 1 second. Okay, so I want to grab some of my props that I'll use later. So anyway, this rig comes with, I'm out of breath, Jesus Christ. I have 4 mags in here. That doesn't mean necessarily that, I'm gonna get into some sort of engagement where I'm gonna need 4 mags, but like I said, this is the rig that's gonna be falling with me. So a lot of this stuff is essentially just staged in this kit for 4 mags. Again, not necessarily that I'm gonna need 4 mags, but it's coming with me, so I like to carry as much ammunition as possible, at least on the rig. That means that I, if I so need to, can download to just 2 mags. And then you're like, well, what are you gonna put in the other ones? Well, thank you for asking. The cool little thing about the HSP rig is that it takes these little inserts things and all that fun stuff, and check this out. Now, with that out, it fits. I can just stuff it in there. Oh, it probably won't fit with all my shit right there. But yeah, so I can take both of these little inserts out, and then the pocket can be used for other things such as water bottles and stuff like that. Now, granted, you can run 2 water bottles in here, or you can do something as fun as, I don't know, maybe not running water bottles, maybe you have comms you want to run into. So then you can just shove your Baofeng in there, because Baofeng Master Race. You can thread the antenna up here, and look at that, you got comms on body. And then if you have a push to talk or something that you can strap on as well, strap on, you wanted to add in there, you can do that. So that's why I'm a big fan of having more cells for availability. Again, not just for keeping magazines on body, but just having kind of adaptability. I know Travis and all that fun stuff is all about that adaptability kind of stuff. So that's the reason why I went with this rig. In general, it's just the kind of the stuff that you can put in, take out, and all that fun stuff. So again, 4 mags, nothing really much else to say there again. So going into the kind of the admin pouches, what's in here at the moment is gloves and a little bit of note-taking ability. Probably will have phone on there, so you know, I just mainly keep it just for gloves if I need it. Again, this thing's coming with me. I probably have other stuff to do it, but I'm thinking if I need to grab this, what do I want to have on it just in case? So that's kind of my thought process with it. With this pouch, this is just kind of an empty, I can put whatever the fuck I want in there, and I'm always keeping this empty. Just kind of my personal opinion. One thing that I found, again, if you want to do stuff with throwing comms in there, you can. It's going to be a little bit looser and that sort of thing. If you want to throw more ammunition in there, you can. It's not going to be the most secure, but if you do this little wraparound technique, it holds it better. Again, I don't really know what you're planning on doing, but if you wanted to plus up more ammunition, you can. Not advised by me, but hey, you know, you do you. One thing that I found is pretty cool, again, going back to the communication, because I'm a big fan of it. This is my wife's work cell phone. Don't tell her that I touched it. If you want to throw a cell phone in there for more communication thing, and one thing that I found is kind of cool is you can actually throw it around the side here, and you actually have somewhat of a body cam ability if you wanted to do something like that. Kind of neat. Will bobble around obviously, but as long as the latch, or excuse me, the little flap stays closed, you won't lose your phone, and you can have a body cam type ability if you so choose. But you need to use the top camera, and on the newer iPhones, if you're using an iPhone, you have to zoom out. You have the 1 times, but then you have that half times, which gives you more of a wider field of view to change to the top camera. But anyway, going on. So now we have kind of these front cells, which I'm not a huge fan of, but they work. Again, I got a flashlight, which is an old Surefire G2X clicky tail cap one, I believe that's what it is. Back when they were only like 50 or 60 bucks. Now these friggin' things are like, I don't know, last time I checked, they're like 90 some bucks. But for me personally, I have the tail cap untwisted so that if I press it, it doesn't go on. So then I grab it, I can twist it on, and then now it works. So that's kind of just what I do with my lights, at least in that context. So that goes in there. A multi-tool, excuse me, because why not? This is one that waves. It has a whole bunch of tools on it. It's probably one of my favorite. I've used a multi-tool probably about twice in my entire life, but they are kind of fun to have if you need it, especially something like pliers. You can't really duplicate pliers, but you know, stuff like having a knife and all the other stuff on here you probably have in some sort of toolkit. One thing that I actually really do like about this one is it actually has a liner lock on it, so the tools actually lock and they won't come down on your finger, which is, you know, no bueno. So I'm a big fan of this one. Plus it is kind of fun just kind of fling it out and have the tool come out. And again, I don't know if I mentioned it, but spring-loaded pliers, big fan. Kind of a necessity for a multi-tool that has a pliers on it. So anyway, then these other 2 sides over here are gonna be pistol mags. I only have 1 in there at the moment, just because I'm currently wearing the other one, which has or at least, you know, over there. Currently has the HSTs in here. My favorite load, I don't know why, just I like it. You just kind of choose load, you just kind of stick with it for the rest of time, it seems. So that is that. I did forget to mention that there is a little bit of a panel back here that you rip off. You can attach to a plate carrier, which this one can be. I'm not necessarily carrying around a plate carrier, but you know, if you want to, it has that ability as well. So below here, I do have a dangler pouch. I'm a big fan of the dangler pouches. I wasn't really a big fan when I first seen them. This one is the Faro Concepts, I think. Does it tell me anywhere? Don't see them on the insides though, people. I'm pretty sure this is the Faro Concepts mini dangler, I believe. Big fan of these type of pouches. I mean, a lot of people are being very creative with the little Velcro back panels that these things come with and just kind of throwing shit Oh, there you go. Vero Concepts, there it is. Tag, see it? Right there. People are getting really creative with all the stuff that you can attach on the back, so that's pretty fun. But this thing is pretty cool. I basically use it as a medical kit, and that is it. You can get the bigger ones. I wanted specifically a dangler medical kit, and that's why I chose this size, because I think it holds pretty much as I need for medical on body in this instance, because like I said, I'm only bringing this and a rifle if I feel it's necessary. I'm not bringing a plate carrier, you know, and a whole bunch of kit with me. It's like, if I'm going outside and I need to have that stuff, I'm probably not going outside. So that was kind of a failure on my part to plan. So, because I don't, you know, if it's that bad, I don't want to be going outside. So, but in here, I have just kind of the normal standard medical stuff: pressure bandage, gauze, chest seal, combat gauze, and stuff like that. They do have the little loops in here for kind of accessory organization to a degree. You can't really fit much in here, but you can make do with what it is as a medical pouch. If you want to use it for other things, they may or may not be better in that instance or in that regard, but you know, it works well for what I need to use it. Now, they do have a little tourniquet loop here. I don't know if it actually is specifically for a tourniquet loop, but that's what a lot of people use this as. Me personally, I don't like them for that purpose. The last thing I would want to be doing if I am using this in an actual, you know, life-saving event, I do not want to be throwing this fucking thing into the dirt. My personal opinion, you know, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do kind of thing, but me personally, man, I mean, if I'm actually using this and then I somehow, for whatever reason, get into a gunfight with people, it's like probably going to be going prone or at least be crawling low. The last thing I want to do is lose the tourniquet and also get it filled with a bunch of shit. I'm just not a big fan of these loops for that purpose. I wish there was another thing to repurpose this from. I suppose you could put like some sort of carabiner on there and lock some other stuff off of it, but I've seen people do that. I would just be careful with hanging a bunch of shit off your stuff, like gloves and, you know, whatever else people want to. Most of the time it's just gloves hanging off of stuff. Me personally, snag hazards, and I don't want to be running through shit and get my shit caught and then not being able to get where the hell I'm going. So that's just kind of my personal opinion. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if I've actually ever done a review. I think I did an overview on this rig. I like it. I think for the money, I think some people are doing it a little bit better for a little bit less or a little bit more. But for what it is, I like it. And I know it's kind of a meme kit or whatever the hell you want to call it. But personally, I love the open top. What is going on here? And we're back. But personally, I mean, I love the open top mag pouch design. I know the flaps are coming back into full style and stuff like that, but doing any sort of actual fighting with flaps and stuff like that, I'm just not a big fan. Personally, my favorite rig ever would be something like the TAPS rig, but with this sort of retention system where it's a Kydex or some sort of insert where I'm not fucking with bungees and I'm not fucking with flaps. And I want like 6 mags going all the way the fuck around me. Like that would be my perfect rig. I haven't really found it yet, but if somebody can build that and make it reasonably priced, because I think there are some out there, but they're just, you know, a little ridiculous. But because again, it's not that I necessarily need 6 mags, but now I got 6 slots that I can put a bunch of shit in. So I'm a big fan. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys, and I thought I'd throw it on just for the fuck of it. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is, how it looks. I think 4 mags is perfect. I love the stuff. Granted, I said like 6 mags or something like that. That would be a little bit assy to get to, but yeah, big fan of the rig. I mean, it works well. It does what it needs to do, and it's held up quite some time. Granted, again, I'm not getting it fucking overly dirty because I'm not abusing my shit, because this is the stuff that I want to be like mint fucking condition when I need it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have anything else to say in the comments, what you guys are running, drop a link below. Anything you think I should add to my rig, go ahead and leave it below as well. Again, this is not a survival type chest rig. I am just reacting to something where I need a little bit more firepower. Again, what is that scenario? No fucking idea, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Support the channel down below and be good.